In 1945, the world split in two. The familiar story is about superpowers and their grand strategies. But the real story, the one that truly matters, belongs to those caught right in the middle. Take Berlin. One city, two worlds. In the east, factories belched smoke, a symbol of industrial might. But inside, the shelves were empty. Life was a constant struggle. Across the wall, in the west, neon lights buzzed and automobiles filled the streets. It was the intoxicating promise of freedom and prosperity. Can you imagine? People speaking the same language, sharing the same history. Yet one was waiting in a long line for a loaf of bread, while the other was browsing a bustling shopping mall. Then, fast forward to the 1950s, to the Korean Peninsula, another land divided. The North was ruled with an iron fist. Everything was for the army. Every aspect of life was controlled by the state. The South took a completely different, and some would say, riskier path. They welcomed foreign investment, built factories, opened their markets to the world, and decided to compete. The results today speak for themselves. One nation produces the smartphones in our pockets, while the other remains shrouded in darkness. Let's move to Cuba, 1959. The revolution had won, and hopes soared high. It seemed like a new dawn. The Soviet Union promised to provide everything needed to build a socialist paradise. But then the unthinkable happened. In 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed, and all that support vanished overnight. The Cuban economy froze. Starvation became a grim reality. Time itself seemed to stand still, trapping the island in a bygone era. But amidst all this division and struggle, there was one country that chose a different way. A nation that had emerged from the Second World War, utterly destroyed. Its cities flattened, even struck by atomic bombs. Japan. Instead of rebuilding its military, it made a radical choice. It started producing transistors, not tanks. It built cars, not missiles. Instead of rearming, it traded with the world. And quietly, without fanfare, it rose from the ashes to become the world's second largest economy. The Cold War taught us all a bitter but vital lesson. It's not about which side you choose in a global conflict. It's about the choices you make for yourself. It's how you play the hand you're dealt that determines your survival and your future. Some nations put their faith entirely in the superpowers, tying their fate to a larger power. Others, like Japan, decided to carve their own path. The results are stark. Some sank into poverty and isolation, while others rose to incredible heights. So, the question we must ask ourselves today is not just about history. It's about the present in a world that feels increasingly divided. Which path are we choosing? Thanks for watching. If this made you think, consider subscribing for more stories that shape our world.